so much work. A lot of people, they're used to just seeing the outcome of work. They never see the side of the work you go through to produce the outcome.
We would move the table because it was a small house the size of a two-car garage, and we would pull all our stuff out and we'd be rehearsing, and the doorbell would ring and there'd be a neighbor across the street. But can they come out to play? And I said, no, not today. We have a show that we're practicing.
Just the living room. We would move out all the furniture, and I remember, and we would dance and perform. And we loved it. You could see the smile on my face that I loved it. And my father was standing right in front of us, watching us, making sure we did everything just right.
He started working with them every single day, and he never let go, he never stopped. And he kept pushing them to improve and to get better and to get better. And yes, they did.
He's always taught us to be courageous and to be confident and to believe in our ideals. And no matter what, no star is too far to reach. And you never give up. We played a lot of parties. We're actually performing the music that they're dancing to. That's the guitars. You look at the back, you see me spinning around right there. And my mother made all of our costumes. We did parties, we opened shopping centers, we did any kind of thing, you know. But we traveled constantly every night. I wanted to play sometimes, and I couldn't, you know.
Why not? Why couldn't?
I had to go to the studio.
Show me what you can do. Shake it, baby. Come on now, shake it, baby.
Michael was very professional at that age. Remember, Michael was very curious about the recording process and the studio, what was going on, very observant.
Yeah, after the session was over, he'd come to me and Freddie for like, well, how do you all do this, you know, what do you mean chords, you know, a simple chord, you know. And then we'd say, if you want to get in the songwriting, all you have to do is just master
3 or 4 chords.
3 or 4 chords, you know, and you could run with that, you know. You can write millions of songs just from that.
We know we can, we know what we're capable of doing, and we just, you know, did our best.
In late 1982, Quincy gathered his A-team at Westlake Studios in Los Angeles. It was here they set about recording what was to become the biggest-selling album of all time.
We made Thriller in 8 weeks. Michael didn't flinch, you know. He was so tired some nights, he was ready to fall on the floor. We'd stay up 5 days, 5 nights.
This is me experimenting with socks for Thriller. Glow socks, light socks, rhinestone socks. I tried everything. I didn't want to copy people. I wanted to be an innovator, a pioneer. I don't care if the whole world is against you or tease you or say you're not going to make it. Believe in yourself, no matter what.
I was at some of the recording sessions for Thriller, and I remember Michael put posters up all over the place that, you know, was going to sell 100 million records. But Quincy disagreed with him, and he pitched a little bit of a fit. If Quincy doesn't believe in this record the way I do, then let's cancel the whole thing. Fine, we're just not going to put it out. Thriller is canceled. But Michael said to me he wasn't really going to cancel the release of that record. It was motivating people. The only way he felt he could achieve that was to pull the project from them, get them all upset and worried, and then give it back to them and make them prove to him that they all had the same vision that he had.
Study the greats and become greater. Every time I do an album, I write almost nearly 100 or over 100 songs. So we have deciphered them down, and Smooth Criminal almost did not make it on the album. Sometimes I'll close myself in a room and I'll just put on spotlights and put on my sister's music, Janet's music, and I'll dance. getting the fact that we're going to bump, 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 bump. We're going to hold that a while. We had 2 days to choreograph. Yeah, I love that pressure. It's going to be more intense.
We didn't have no idea that this guy would be so big in the world, but at the time we were just kids playing. You know how kids do.
Presented it as, I didn't sleep last night, I was getting ideas and they were coming to me and I had to act on them because they were wonderful. And
I'll never forget this crazy story. Michael calls me and he says, why can't we create new sounds? I said, what do you mean? He was like, someone created a drum, right? Someone created a piano. Why can't we create the next instrument?
And they say, why, tell them that instrument, they know why.
He used to always tell me, Rodney, we have to do things, we have to push ourselves because we still have our youth. He used to always say that to me. Always say that.
Some of the greatest men that have made a mark on this world were treated like that. You're not going to do it. You're not going to get anywhere. They laughed at the Wright brothers. They laughed at Thomas Edison. They laughed at Walt Disney. They made jokes of Henry Ford. They said he was ignorant. He didn't have a college degree because he dropped out of school. Disney dropped out of school.
He was never satisfied. Like, we might have passed up ideas that I know for a fact that my heart was smashes. He'd be like, nah, we got to come up with better. We got to come up with something better. I'd be like, Mike, you can't get no better than this. What do you mean? No, trust me. If we can create this, we can create better.
Michael would rehearse. If you were off, he heard you. He'd walk around and walk over to the individual that messed up that he did not see, but he heard the mess up and heard exactly where in the room they were and knew exactly which move did not go in its right place and fixed it. That's a different type of genius.
It's 3 o'clock. What's the dance floor open on? Watching, put the flashlight on. Oh, that's just the boss practicing.
3
Right back to our trail.
Sure.
3, 4 a.m. Wee hours of the night.
Ever look back and contemplate, my goodness, Thriller is the biggest selling musical performance ever? Do you ever get your arms around that?
I think about it sometimes, but I try not to think about it too hard because I don't want my subconscious mind to think, look, I've done it all, you're done now. And no, there's so much. That's why I don't put awards or trophies in my house. You won't find a gold record anywhere in my house because it makes you feel you've accomplished. Look what I've done. But I always want to feel, no, I haven't done it yet. People don't look at themselves honestly. They don't look at themselves and point the finger at them. It's always the other guy's fault or somebody else. You should change yourself. Look at yourself. Make better of yourself, you know.